Hi, my name is Pete Rainford and you're watching Brew It Yourself UK. Today I'm going to show you how to siphon your brew safely, no spills, no oxygen, no wasted effort. Okay, first off you will need a brew. Secondly, you'll need a siphon. And thirdly, you'll need another vessel to siphon your brew into. Now today I'm going to use just a straightforward cane and siphon, purely because this is what most people will start out with, or at least I started out with this. And this is a simple mechanism. All you do is put this in your brew, suck on this pipe until you've got some fluid in the pipe, and then drop it into your clean vessel that you're siphoning into, which has to be below your brew, obviously, so that gravity does its thing. This needs to be fully sanitized. I'll put a link to a video where I show you how to sanitize your equipment safely, easily and cheaply. Obviously the vessel that you're going to wrap this into, or siphon it into, also needs to be fully cleaned and sanitized. Don't take shortcuts with it. You have to have clean, sanitized equipment. Okay, now I'm going to have to change the camera angle for this because I'm going to put this up high here so you can see it rather than everything being low down here where you can't see. One second. Okay, so we now have our brew up on high and our target vessel lower down, so that when we get this siphon going, gravity will feed the empty vessel. Now I'm using a demijohn. You can siphon this into bottles if you liked, but I want to get that into here and then let it sit for another few days on this occasion. So let's get started. All we've got to do is take the bung out of this top one, set that to one side, and then we place our fully sanitized cane into the brew. Now at the bottom of this brew I've got some sediment, so I don't want to put this, sit down here, I don't want to put this all the way down to the bottom. Now there are some fancy siphons out there, exhaust siphons and everything, that have a lip on here which stop the cane from going all the way down to the bottom. The auto siphon I have, which I'll show you in another video, has a bung on the bottom which raises it off the bottom of the glass out of the sediment, so again you're not siphoning up that sediment into your clean vessel. So I'm just going to hold this about an inch off the bottom of the demijohn up there, and it's you'll get the hang of it. You need 3 hands for this job, or 2 people is even better, but it can be done anyway. So we insert the cane in, put it at the side of the demijohn there so you can see where it is. Lower it to about an inch off the bottom, and then just place your finger on the lip so that it can't go down any further. Now all we've got to do is suck on this, and as soon as it starts to come out, get the pipe into your clean demijohn or whatever you're going to use and push it all the way down to the bottom, so that we're not making bubbles, we're not getting oxygen into the brew. We don't want oxygen in there. And remember, try and keep your cane above the bottom of the demijohn up there. And it fills up quite quickly. It's only going to take, well, 60 seconds or so. And once we get our brew in this lovely clean vessel, off that sediment, off those lees as they're called, which is all the dead yeast in the bottom of the of your brew, once it's into your clean vessel, this can then start to settle and clear and mature nicely. This particular brew is a cider, which I brewed a couple of weeks ago, and it's finished fermenting now, obviously. As I say, it doesn't take long, just a minute or 2. And we're down to a couple of inches in the brew now. I've got that cane as low down as I dare go without siphoning up any of the sediment. And then we just throw that sediment away. It doesn't taste nice, believe me. Okay, so once you get to the point where it's not siphoning anymore, lift your cane up out of the brew, and then lift it up into the air. Whatever little bit is left in that pipe, as you start taking the pipe out of your target vessel, will drain into there. Whoops. And that's it. There we have it. There's your siphoned off brew, and there's your old brew. Now, I could technically get a little bit more out of there, but you see that? All that yeast in the bottom there? Maybe show you that way. Look at that. And we don't want that in our brew. So yeah, I'm just going to dispose of that. There's only a couple of mouthfuls in there. And that's how you siphon. Oh. And that's it. Perfectly wrapped cider in this case. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Next thing for me is to take a reading of this to see how strong it is. That's a whole nother video up here if you need any help with that one.